What's up, Dragon Brood? It's been a minute since we played Mono Red on the channel, and honestly, I didn't want to just play slick shot, silly things if we were going to do that with Red. So today, we're going all in with big red pingers, and we're going to see if we can shoot down our opponents with a lot of free damage. So starting at the top, we have some Burst Lightning, because no surprise, direct damage, we're doing the red burn thing. We do have a full set of Fanatical Firebrands, because these can pick off a lot of early Llanowar Elves, and also can be a lot more than one damage, and we'll talk about that here in a second. We do have some Hired Claw as well, just for extra pinging, because you kind of see the pattern. A few Shocks, because again, 2 damage, 1 mana, great. We have Lightning Strikes as well for 3 damage. And Razorkin Needlehead. This also just pings your opponent every single turn, while also giving us a first striker, which does work well with our burn spells, because our opponent has a 3 or 4 damage, or 4 toughness thing. We can actually shoot it after they block, and then we first strike down their blocker. We have Scalding Viper, which does double duty in this deck. The Steam Clean Sorcery actually does let us get stuff off the battlefield, which will probably be relevant a couple times. But also, just pinging your opponent, again, combined with everything else, ends up being a lot of extra damage. We do have a couple copies of Terza Light Shatter, because just being able to dig and find key cards is good. But you also want some haste creatures after a sweeper, so this deck doesn't get completely wrecked by board wipes. We do have Ojer Axonil, a full set of 4, because again, if all of our stuff is pinging, that all becomes chunks of 4 damage, which is great. And then Nova Hellkite, which, again, a big hasty creature. It flies, it's spot removal. It's pretty good. And honestly, I think against the small creature green decks, this should actually be a pretty strong deck. Now, we're only playing mountains and regular lands, though we do have some blue lands so that we can occasionally use the Scalding Viper's adventure. But outside of that, kind of just going straight up on lands. You could add creature lands, though, if you want to. But before we get into the games, I do want to tell everybody, if you want to buy this deck or anything else, or bling out your commander decks, be sure to check out our sponsor over at Tales of Adventure. It's toamagic.com. And while you're shopping over there, if you use my code DRAGON, which is just DRAGN, you'll save 5% on every single thing you buy, which is pretty cool. You save some money, support the channel, we appreciate it. For now, though, let's go hop into some games and see how much damage we can get for free. Yeah, easy keeper. Sometimes you don't have to try too hard. It's also interesting to try to figure out, like, what do we think the opponent's playing? Alright, well, in that case, let's go ahead and play a Needlehead. Door to the Console is a rough card for us, especially when you're holding Hellkites, because then they just sort of become removal spells. You're going to play another one? No, Deep Cavern Bat, sure. You might as well take a Nova Hellkite. Like, but teach their own. Maybe you take Viper. I don't know. Yeah. That's funny. Well, we'll give you a point back. Just so we can continue attacking. I mean, at this point, it's just taking whatever damage we can get, you know? Case. Oh, is this another one of those life gain type decks? Oh, well. Sure. I mean, it's just infinite Nova Hellkites at this point, opponent. That's what we got. You're looking at it. Alright, they go back down to 10, down to 9. Okay. Down to 8. At some point, Black and the crew show up, and then we can't really do much. Unless maybe we find a blue land, then we could bounce it, pump the Hired Claw, and get close. Oh, no. That's bad. Ooh, and they have a removal spell? Yeah, not good for us. Not good. That is quite nice, though. So that offsets some of this. 8. We could put them down to 6. Alright. So technically that's lethal on the battlefield, though any one creature gains them life plus. Alright, Zoraline, so that's a point. So you go up to 7. Now we just need an untap. Nope, that's not it. That's not it, deck. We just needed an untapped blue land. That's all. Oh, do we even play the Scalding Viper? I don't think so. I think we just attack. They go to 5. Do they have anything in the yard to get back? I mean, they could get a Deep Cavern Bat. Our plan might just be pump, pump. I don't think we even do anything else. So now they can't activate Zoraline without gaining life first. Which their deck does have ways to do that, obviously. Man, what was our blue mana this game? That would have just allowed us to end things. Starscape Cleric, sure. Oh, and they still have more to play? Oh, we're cooked. Oh, it's another Requiting Hexed, I think. Yeah. That makes sense. Okay. Well, I guess our plan is just attack. Because you have to block. Are we doing anything important here? No, we just let that trade happen. And then I'm actually going to play a Nova Hellkite. I know they go to 5, but this gets rid of the 2/1. And they have to deal with 2 creatures now. I guess I could have played a Scalding Viper, though. Okay. Well, what's that last one? Delian Fell.
Follow my instructions.
I mean, either way, it's your call, opponent. So, good call on playing a creature last turn, and had we played the Viper, we would have got no extra damage off of it. So, the Hellkite was the right answer. I think if I'm in their shoes, I get rid of Hired Claw. The reason being is that Hired Claw can still hit them while I attack the Delian Fell. And they probably are just wanting to preserve their life total as much as possible. And we may just be priced into playing another creature, right? Because this is to a creature an opponent controls. Oh. Well. That almost does it. Not quite. Because we'd play this, they go to 7 anyway. So, like, yeah, that won't really do it. If I attack them, they go to 3. This puts them down to 1. Nah, we got to get rid of Delian Fell here. Alright. If I had another land in hand, then I could have attacked for exactly lethal. But Black's going to gain a life, and that will not be enough for them. Alright, good job. Whew, I felt like we had to grind our way through that one. Yeah, opponent having double authority of the consoles is pretty rough. Not gonna lie. Like, that's... One of them was already a struggle. 2 just makes it to where playing anything, we have to really start doing a lot of math. But we got it. It worked out. I'll take it. But, man, having to beat life gain decks is pretty tough. Okay, I guess this is what most hands are going to look like, so we're going to rock with it. Let's go attacking. And I don't think there's any reason to show the opponent the blue land unless we're trying to throw them off or something early, which, I mean, you know, could be a thing, I suppose. Let's go ahead and play a Needlehead. Now, I do expect that we will see a Shelter by Ghost or something similar. So we're going to need to get to 5 mana to be able to get rid of the Aerialist, unfortunately. Oh. Or not. Well, this makes things a lot easier. Not to, I mean, they could have a protective spell next turn, but it does create a small problem on how we choose to deal with things. Let's go and attack. We do have first strike temporarily. Alright. We kind of need them to not have a protective spell. So we need them to, like, not have the bonus land here. And it looks like they do, unfortunately, so that's going to suck. Oh, that's actually fine. We can live with that. Yeah, we can just start getting rid of all their stuff now. Take 2. Actually, you know what? We don't even have to take 2. We can just block and then sacrifice and kill their 2/1. Because I was likely going to do that anyway next turn, so it's fine. And I think things being what they are, we just get rid of this while we can. And then they have no chance to save it or anything, and now they have to find more creatures. And those decks don't tend to play a lot of creatures. Alright. Optimistic Scavenger. So this is fun. Let's warp it. Targeting the Scavenger, they go to save it. We shoot it with the Burst Lightning. Oh, they don't even have that? Oh, wow. Okay, then. Well, apparently it's handling this deck just fine. What do I know? Alright, opponent's at 5. We have a 4 power flyer. We can hit them for 2 at the end of their turn. I feel like we've got this all under control. Yep. This should do. Let's see what's up. Bushwhack. They're just going to go looking for lands. Okay. Then... I'm kind of tempted to just pump the Hired Claw, because there's a good chance they're just going to play something like the Badger Mole Cub next turn. This is a sorcery anyway, though. Nah, it's fine. Let's go. We'll just be running into some cubs. Bristly Bell, same thing. But they take a courtesy point of damage, which is nice. Let's go attacking, just to see if they block. I doubt they will, but you never know. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if they did. Nope, they're not going to. Okay, well, we have to use this Lightning Strike on a Bristly Bell. And this is Hydra's turn. If it's a Hydra, we got Hydra's number with this Nova Hellkite. Still not bad. I think just debating now. Let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They'd be at 5. What if we attack... Just trying to think what they'd even do next turn that we care about. With that deck, I feel like I'm just playing too conservative because I want to get... Oh, I should have played Ashnel first. Gosh dang it. I missed 3 extra points I could have had. Well, if I lose, that'll be the reason. But like I said, I was making the play just so we can get Ojer Axonil into play, because that's kind of the whole reason we're playing this deck. And then they're going to bushwhack our Ojer Axonil. They're going to bushwhack something. But then they're going to take 4. Yeah, I don't think that's what they want to do. Well, it looks like it may not matter. Yeah, we have it either way. So yeah, even making a sloppy play last turn didn't really matter. Yep, alright. Oh boy, we have the all burn hand. Sure, why not? This poor old Viper ain't gonna get to do a whole lot, is it? But when you see blue-red lands, they're probably not thinking we're playing the deck we're playing, which is kind of good. So that could work in our favor. I'm going to go ahead and play the Viper since we have a burn spell, and all their stuff tends to be 3 or less, so extra damage is always good. Oh. This is not what we thought. I thought this was just going to be one of them life gain decks. That'll show me. Alright. Play the Firebrand. Go attacking. This only counts damage dealt to an opponent, which is disappointing. No! They're going to take our Ojer Axonil. I mean, we can get it back anyway. We can sacrifice the Firebrand. But, still, beside the point. What if we wanted to do the thing? Alright, they still didn't find a way to protect it. Good for us. Alright. Still don't know what we're up against. There's a lot of... Oh, this is probably one of those black decks. Just with all the life gain creatures. That would make sense. Alright, opponent loses 4. Goes to 8. We have a Firebrand. I mean, I guess we just attack, because they can go to 10. Don't attack with a Firebrand, because sacrificing it directly to their fate... Oh, opponent. Well, as I was saying, sacrificing directly to their face just deals 4 more. Alright. Real talk, I mean, having enough burn damage could be the thing for slowing down the life gain based decks. While they technically could be a bad matchup, you know, incidental damage from the Viper, obviously, you know, all these little pingers and things, they did make a big difference. Okay, let's keep it. Oh, against an opposing red deck. This is fun. Pass a turn. Show off. Let's pick off the show off. And this is mostly just like trying to keep damage to a minimum against the red deck here. Pass a turn. It's gonna leave mana up just in case there's another show off or something. We'll have to deal with the Bastronaut later, I guess. No blocks. Would you like to pump? Yeah, I'm just gonna take the 1. If you ain't doing nothing, I'm not doing anything. This is a game of chicken. I got patience. Alright, now I will try to destroy it. So we're taking less damage if they had any trickery. They're gonna pump it up. Nope, it just goes away. Alright, fair enough. Let's play this tap because we don't need to take any extra damage against the red deck. Ooh, they don't have any instant speed burn spells either, so they might have just a bunch of things you play on a creature. It sucks if that's what they have, though, because they do have a challenger. Blocking's probably terrible. If we can find another burn spell next turn, though. And I say that, if they're holding their spells, then that'll automatically go to 3 toughness at a minimum. It's not going to be great. Let's play a Needlehead. Let's... If we return the challenger, it makes it harder for them to play anything. We're at 16. They would go to 17, down to 15. We're probably going to take at least 6 next turn and go to 13 if we don't block. This is tough. If I just play this, then they take extra damage, but... sorry, y'all. I don't know what way I want to go here. I think just returning the challenger might be better. While getting a couple of points of damage is nice, don't get me wrong, I just don't know if that's worth the difference. Maybe could be because we have the Hellkite, but there's also a weird world where we might want to save the Hellkite just because of the 5 toughness and prevent as much as we can on the following turn. So I don't know. It'll really come down to what the opponent does this turn. Because they're going to go to 15. This is only 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That would put them at 5. Just not quite enough, unfortunately. Yeah, we let it through. Eventually, they're going to have to start firing off these spells in hand. But I think they're trying to not put their challenger at risk if we draw one of our 2 damage burn spells. Which makes perfect sense on their part. Yeah, so we're at 10. We did not find the card we were looking for. So... that sucks. So now I got to figure out... how much trample damage do we possibly take? Man. Or do we just play Viper, warp this, get in for 6, put them at 9. They go to 7. Yeah, maybe we try that. And if they just have the trample stuff and get us, then so be it. They played patiently and earned it, so good on them. 5, 6, 7, 8 would put them at 7. Yeah, we really can't in case they have a burn spell, so this is probably the most we could do. Then they go to 7. But there's a bunch of combinations of cards that could get us here. We need to draw another burn spell there. Or draw an Ojer Axonil. Would have done it. Because we'd have done 8 damage just from Needleheads. Yep. We're dead, right? I assume you have something that tramples. I mean, if they don't, I guess we're okay. But we could block. They get rid of a Needlehead, then we only have 4 damage, so there's a lot of ways this doesn't go great for us. Alright, let's say they trample for 6, and we take 2, or take 4. We go to 3. They'd have to have exactly Lightning Strike left, but they're using a mana. Oh, gosh. How do we do this? I guess this is it. And just hope they don't have it. I mean, maybe we have to try to block 3. Because then we take 3, go to 4. Yeah, I don't really know. I'm just going to double block. If you have it, you have it. I mean, if we're dead, we're dead. There's nothing we could do. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yep. And then just play another spell and we die. Oh, did they not have it? Wow, what are those other cards? Oh, you're going to fling it at us, obviously. Yeah, of course. So good news is we made the right plays. Bad news is ended in a loss. But we did have a bunch of outs we could have drawn, and we just didn't draw them. So kind of is what it is. Could have saved some extra damage back, maybe like I initially thought, just blocking with the dragon. But you just go for it, and sometimes they have it. This time they did. Okie dokie. This seems fine. And we didn't get to remove anything. We'll go with our all-value Needlehead, just for some extra damage. Oh. What are you doing with these lands? Oh, they don't... Well, okay, they don't have any removal, but they could have a counter. And I didn't really want to run the Nova Hellkite into a counter there. That felt kind of bad. Alright, you have a Llanowar Elf. We will try to get rid of the Llanowar Elf. Alright. That was mostly seeing if they wanted to fight over it. But they have something. There was a pause there for some reason. And I don't know what it is. So we're going to leave the Lightning Strike in hopes that maybe their play was just to try to play Ouroboros here. We can kill the Ouroboros and then just play Hellkite. If not, I have no clue what's happening. Okay, well, we have no clue what's happening. Oh, there was an Ouroboros just post-combat. That's weird. You definitely would have wanted to play that pre-combat, right? At least try to get the counter on it. Ultimately, it didn't matter because we had an answer, but still. Alright, they go down to 6. Drawing a card. And I think we're good? Alright, cool. Ooh, no 1-mana things, huh? Sure. I think this is still mostly fine. Maybe those are famous last words, but we'll see. Cecil. Yeah. That's a thing. And now Abigail, so there's no downside to your Cecil. That would actually be really bad for us, just having a flying lifelink. Oh, there's Gran. The hell is this? And a Zakfair. Oh, well, there's legends. Like, there's a theme. So opponent's gonna go to 14. What the hell are we looking at, folks? Because I truly have no idea what's going on right now. Am I supposed to, like, return Gran so they don't get any value? Like, I don't... I'm for real so confused. And then this guy's about to flip, so maybe we don't like that more? Yeah, let's attack first. Because they're probably not blocking, I would assume. Okay. Then we're going to return Cecil, I think. And then just play the Hired Claw. And that's mostly so we keep Cecil from flipping for one more turn while we figure something out. Because he turned into a lifelinker. And, like, obviously Gran's a lot of value drawing and discarding, and we don't like that, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers and all that. Alright, they go to 10. We'll block. I don't know what's going... You're going to sack the Zakfair? Great. I will take that. Awesome. I'm not even mad about that. Okay, now we play Tursa. Submit 0. And we'll play the Fanatical Firebrain. And then we get a free attack here, actually, right? Because this has to deal damage. Okay, so yeah, we get a free attack. Because if they block, we just sack, kill Cecil with first strike. Alright. Opponent goes to 9. Now we have access to Hellkite next turn. So this is like a blue, black, white humans, legendary humans deck. I don't know, is this a thing, y'all? I've not seen it. It sounds kind of cool when you say all those words together, but yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to decide how we're attacking. I guess we attack with just Tursa and Hellkite. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. Just take some damage. We're so far ahead. Because at this stage of the game, every point actually counts. So, ping Grand. So now there's no good blocks. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like opponent might have been on something like this. Not in a bad way. I think they could have just been in the lab and came up with something cool. But it just didn't come together that game. Yeah, we'll keep this. Alright, here we go. Duress. Darn it. You get my Burst Lightning. Question is, can we survive the sweepers? We might have to really be leaning hard on it. No! I think I have to discard the Nova Hellkite. That sucks. But we have to keep the cards we can actually get onto the battlefield, you know? Needlehead gonna eat it? Nope, there's an Unholy Annex. That actually helps us out a little bit, at least for a turn. Oh, no. Well, that's bad. Alright. Might as well activate. Hope there's not like a Day of Black Sun or something here, because we're probably going to have to top deck a dragon. Delianfel's pretty rough, too.
My job is to teach. Yours is to learn.
Alright, so the opponent's going to go to 6, to 5, to 4, to 3, to 2, to 1, and we won't kill them. Oh, no. Oh, and they're going to get to gain life off Delianfell. We have to attack the Planeswalker. That sucks. I want to do something else, but we can't. You know what I mean? Like, it's just... At least this way, they go to 3. If they sweep the board, there's a chance we could draw a Lightning Strike or Burst Lightning or something. Or another dragon. Alright, so they go to 5. Lose 2. Go to 3. Oh, no, wait. We still get there, right? Because we attack them down to 1, and then they draw. Unless they have instant speed removal. Wait, have we only drawn lands this whole game since our opener? Ah, that sucks. I guess I could have just discarded 2 lands all the way back then to the bandit or talent, right? Yeah, I guess we attack. I mean, hopefully they don't have instant speed removal. If they do, we're dead. I mean, just kind of has to be the thing, right? And even then, there's a chance that we could still draw the right card. Okay, so they do have instant speed removal, so they're going to go up to at least 3. We still have to draw a burn spell. Yep, makes sense. Oh no, so now they're going to go to 5. So now we can't win, right? I mean, if we only draw lands, there's obviously no way we're winning, but you know, situation is what it is. Another Needlehead. Yeah. That's tough. Alright. I'm willing to accept defeat. There's no way they don't have something in 5 cards. Yeah, we're dead anyway. Alright, GG's. Like, that's tough. We just drew no spells, really. Yeah, let's keep it. You know what? Where are all them Ojer Axonils? I want to be drawing a lot of those. Alright, what you got, opponent? Alright. Informed Inkrat. Okay, we definitely want to get rid of that. We probably want to get rid of their owl they're going to play next turn more. But, you know, we'll take what we can get, I guess. And then attack for 1. Yeah, we're going to need to draw some, like, lightning strikes and stuff against this deck. The Repartee decks can just get out of hand so fast. They're really fun decks, though. I do enjoy them. Played one in the very beginning of the season, and I kind of wish I'd have played it more as the season went on. Maybe we'll play another one to end the season next week or something. Alright, opponent goes to 16. We have a little bit of defense, depending on what creature they play. Well, not now, we don't. Yeah, that's a little bit of a problem. Or a very big problem. Okay. Trying to think, if we attack and just play Needlehead. Alright, there's a chance they'll block. Okay, they didn't. That's fine. They could just see if maybe it's possible they want to block, but they didn't want to. Alright, they take 4. No, they don't take 4. I'm going to take this opportunity to just shoot them for 4 anyway. And then get a land. And that leaves up Hellkite. And Burst Lightning. Alright, opponent still takes 1, goes to 8. Shelter? Not shelter, just a dig site. I say just a dig site, like that's not real damage, but that is 6. Oh, do you have something for my Needlehead too? I was going to say, geez, come on now. Oh, they're going to fling a token or something? Oh, gain some life. Good call. Yeah. Respect it. Ojer Axonil. Pass the turn? I mean, not blocking. Actually, you know what? I will block one of them. Alright, we're at 9. On the verge of dying next turn. Okay. We shoot them, deal 4. Get this out of the way. Yeah. Alright, cool. That works. Don't even have to get too tricky. And then go attacking. And get in the 2. Or 4, I guess it is. But nice. Yeah, I have to say, this feels like a more interesting version of Mono Red, right? We're just doing some different things, pinging your opponent. You sometimes have to work out some math or whatever. And you're also not just all in on one creature, right? Because a lot of the red decks we've seen are just like, hey, trying to load up the mouse or trying to load up a slick shot. And if those get dealt with, you kind of aren't doing much of anything. But this deck actually has a lot of outs, plays pretty well. it can have a super fast game, or you can play the long pinger game, which is fun. So, like, yeah, I think if you want to play mono red, this one's at least kind of interesting. And it had a decent record, so I'm not even mad at it. Like, yeah. And it's a good use of some cards that are probably going to rotate in, what are we looking at? Like 6 months now? 7 months? So, good use of some older cards, which I'm a big fan of. But yeah, if you haven't played it yet, and you want to do some pinging action, you like playing Nova Hellkite, so you have some haste creatures, like, this is pretty good. I imagine the matchup would be okay against control. We really didn't run into any. So, don't really have anything on that, but I would imagine against a control deck, you just want to play early creatures, and then hold on to your haste creatures after the sweeper, hopefully draw some burn to finish out the game, would be my guess. But, yeah, overall, this is entertaining. I'm going to leave this link up over on Moxfield, like always, not really going to change much of anything, just going to leave it as is. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.